I try not to be like a sports fan because I get furious, right? I get mad. And I was listening to DMs like, bro, if you're a grown man and you're wearing another man's jersey, you're a bitch.
Yeah, I got one.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But like it takes up so much time and energy of like things you can't control. And this is the only like sports game I've been into besides when Fresno State shit the bed this year that I've been like vested in because I was on the phone with my boy Francis. He plays for the Cowboys. So I was like, bro, if you go to the Super Bowl, I want some fucking tickets. He's like, I got you.
Yeah.
I was watching that game like a hawk.
You had a lot invested.
I had a lot invested, bro. I was screaming at my television.
Oh, it'll never get that. It'll never get that crazy.
Bro, Super Bowl?
I mean, you had a lot invested.
That's a lot invested, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Tickets to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's dope.
Go see one of my childhood best friends in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
come on. Bro.
That's pretty. I mean, that's dope. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Sorry, we had to do that to you. But I enjoy it, man. To me, sports for me, it's like a way for me to kind of get away from the day-to-day stuff.
I can see myself getting too because I can sit down all day and watch football. I'm like, God damn, it's a dog. Right? And like, oh man, that's a play. Yeah. Come back, Strat. Did you see that play? Rewind it. Look at him. He's on the ground.
I enjoy it. Sometimes I do agree. Like sometimes I feel like I think early on when I first got started in real estate, I didn't watch a lot of TV at all. I didn't. We recorded everything, so me and my wife would watch it at night. We still do that. And then football, I kind of lost track of in a way because I was focused. I was dialed in a lot more. But I think as I continue to grow, I try to be a little bit more lax. I feel like if you get done what you're supposed to get done when you're supposed to get it done, there's nothing wrong with catching a game and actually being a fan of something. Like at the end of the day, I mean that's what I like to do. It's something I think brings families together.
It does bring families together.
And so I mean, that was one thing. Our household is divided when you talk about baseball, right? Because my wife's whole family is Dodger fans, and me and my daughter were Giants fans. But one thing I couldn't let go was just like, bro, my household is Niners, bro. We don't do none of that Raiders shit, Cowboy shit. Like, we Niners in this household. And so I went out and bought all my kids Niner jerseys, dog, and we about to be ready this weekend. Because I always be ready, you know what I mean? But my kids are getting a little bit more involved in it and shit. So I think it's dope. My wife's like, I don't want to buy them no jersey at that age. I'm like, why not? Like, they're gonna get older.
We bought Zeno when we went to the Cowboys game. We bought Zeno a jersey.
Yeah.
And he got it dirty immediately, but like we still bought it for him.
Yeah, but like I never like really got jerseys like that when I was little, just because the price of them. You know what I mean? And so to me, it's just like that's kind of what you grow into. That like you get a jersey, you feel like whatever. Yeah, I wear another man's jersey, but like at the end of the day, like that's my team, bro. Like that's.
I love the hype of it though. Like with the kids, like when we took Zeno to the Cowboys game. Bro, he loved it.
Those are memories, bro. Those are experiences that you get to have with your kids that they remember and they take with them till
forever.
You know what I mean? So like that's why I enjoy sports, because like I said, I think it brings families together.
One thing that was crazy, and then we'll segue. When I was at the Cowboys game, I was like, bro, where the fuck's the announcer, like the commentator? Like I'm like waiting for one of the dudes to say like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah, like John Madden type shit. And there's nothing.
R.I.P. John Madden.
R.I.P. John Madden. All right, what's mine? Ooh, you want to go to the Kendall Milton thing? Then we'll go into business. Right
man. I just first and foremost, I just wanted to shout out my man Kendall Milton. Man, he graduated here from Buchanan High School. 5-star running back. Like he was like the number 1, number 2 rated running back in the country. Coming out here, I had a pleasure at coaching against him every year in high school, and every year it was just more and more fascinating, man. It was definitely special to be able to watch him kind of just really go through high school and just watch his body grow, and you know what I mean, like those things. It's fascinating, you know what I mean. And so when he went to Georgia, that was obviously dope, because I mean you could damn near say that's running back you. You know what I mean? And so
Georgia and Alabama, but I mean Georgia's put out some legit dudes over the last years.
100%. And so for him to go there and just have faith and just kind of his decision and kind of what they're building there, is a testament to that Georgia program.
Bro, it's more than that though, because if you're gonna go to a top 5 school, really Alabama, Georgia, really those two in Clemson.
Yeah.
You're committing to betting on yourself at 100%. A very, very high level.
At a
high
level. And let's be real. I mean, we could talk education. We could talk all this shit. You go to those schools to go to the league.
You're going to
you know what I
that
mean? If
school
you're
to
going
go
for
to-
education and stuff like that, yeah, you may go somewhere else, but like if your goal is go to NFL, bro, you're trying to play against the best. And
practice with the best.
Practice
Bro,
with the
you're
best,
a
surround yourself
betting
with the
on
best.
yourself
Mhm.
at a high level, and then the amount of work ethic you have to even break into it and then stay. Because even
to
when
get on
you
the field,
to get on the field, to stay on the field, there is no
Yeah.
coasting there.
Yeah.
There is no coasting in those three programs, bro.
Yeah.
Because the freshman who they brought in just doesn't know the plays.
Yeah.
It's the only difference.
100%. And so I wanted to give Kendall a shout out, man, because I think it's fucking awesome. He's a freshman. You know what I mean?
Was he a freshman?
He's a freshman because he graduated early. But let's not get on that topic because Buchanan didn't let him walk in his graduation because he graduated early, right? From what I believe, he stood outside the stadium at his high school graduation.
I said it.
I think it's a Clovis Unified thing because they did the same thing to one of our players, Keanu Williams, because he graduated early to go to Oregon. Both great players, both great kids.
Graduated from high school a semester early, you're not gonna let him fucking walk.
Exactly. So he graduated early because it was a COVID season. So he went in the spring, so in January.
Yeah.
And they had that 2021 season in the spring. So, but that year doesn't count against their eligibility, essentially. Because they got another year. So essentially he'd be a true freshman right now.
Okay.
Because he still has a red shirt.
That's so nice, bro.
So I mean he capitalized on something that was negative in a way with the COVID season and stuff like that, and he took full advantage of it. And so he's a freshman, man. Went down there to a SEC school, played a lot throughout the year, played great. You know what I mean? He didn't just get reps, like he played. Bro. He played, you know what I mean? And now he's a national champion. You know what I mean? They beat Alabama.
Well, that's wild. The only thing I haven't seen other dudes coming out of, well, I guess it's hard, right? You don't see a lot of the dudes coming out of there being like successful in business. Like, well, you don't hear about them at the same time, bro. They're fucking going to the league, and they're in the league for like 8 years. Like, they're not just like. I was going through Alabama's roster. I was like, Connie, there's like 86 people from Alabama in the league right now, and I'm going through it, and some of these dudes were fucking Alabama walk-ons.
Oh, for sure.
Like in the league, like a dude who never played, never heard his name. And
USC used to be like that, remember?
Yeah, and there was like 5 of them.
That castle, huh?
I was like, yo. Yeah, that was a different thing because like the mentality. Our offensive coordinator my senior year was at Alabama, and he said like the mentality of those people were like unreal, like what Saban's created as far as the culture. And I'm fascinated to see like how if you can apply that to real life, well, you'll never lose.
No, and it is a testament too of Nick Saban too, if you think about it, because and we can relate that or correlate that into business, right? You got a good structure, you got a good foundation. It doesn't matter who you bring into that business. It really doesn't matter who you bring in to that program, as long as they believe in those core values and what you're doing. Then at the end of the day, it's going to continue to thrive.
Well, I think he's the best coach ever because it takes a lot to tell someone you're going to sit on the bench for 3 years.
Oh, 100%. But you respect that.
And you're going to have to come in and work your ass off. You're probably not going to get reps.
Yeah.
Like, just to be honest with you, bro.
I mean,
but then
Stinson, the quarterback for Georgia.
Trash.
Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, my man,
but the dude,
his story is fucking unbelievable, dude. Like, most people would have tapped out. In this day and age, they tap out or they transfer to a smaller school so they can play.
Shout out to JUCO product.
Who actually walked on.
He walked on first
and wasn't going to play. So then I heard he walked on to JC down there, right? Because he went to the JC and freaking earned his stripes there, and he got offered a scholarship to Georgia, and wasn't even named a starter going into this year.
He'll be the most successful person on that team outside of it.
100%.
100%.
That was life lessons that was learned.
Nobody has that perseverance, that grit, and like, yeah, some of them do, but like, y'all don't know what the JUCO life is like, but that shit is grimy. And then to bounce back, come back, and you're still sitting on the bench again, waiting your turn, and then you come like nerves are still to come back in the national championship. No, I don't think he's very good, but as far as like the man being successful later on, the dude will be extremely successful no matter what he does, and he won Georgia national championship, so we should take care of him.